Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today this is really weird because I might be doing this a lot. If you can even see a difference, it's like basically the lens is here and the screen is like here because I'm using the DJI Osmo Go small thingy. I might put it on the screen somewhere, but basically today what I'm saying is, or what I want to tell you guys is, there is a big turning point. I don't actually know what the title of this video is going to be, but today is actually like the perfect day to make this video because I was going to announce something on my channel, and also all my exam grades came out. So if you've watched a previous video, which you should definitely watch, I reflected basically on my second year, saying how I'm waiting for results and stuff. Well, don't need to wait for them because they were just announced today. I didn't want to do a live reaction. Well, I can't now because I've already seen them, so there's not much point. But I didn't want to do them because they didn't come together. They came at like different times, and I didn't realize that the last two that I was waiting for actually came out at the same time, which is really annoying because if I knew, then I would have waited for all of my grades and then done like a live reaction or something. But anyways, today I just wanted to announce that from my previous video, I'll probably insert a clip of it now. Like, I am so glad that I've been rejected by all these firms. From that, yeah, I somehow got an internship. I don't know how. It was a surprise. This was very last second. This was very like, okay, this has just happened. Now what's gonna happen? And I'm gonna just kind of like review what actually happened, because reflecting back, it's actually kind of crazy how I found it. Yeah, I'll get into the backstory now. So basically what happened was, after a certain point, I just gave up with UK internships. There's a little bit of a foreshadow, or a little bit of a spoiler, but basically what happened was I gave up. I was just like, it's fine. I'm gonna go through with a passion project. I am still continuing with this passion project because I believe it will be a great startup. If you want to find some leaks, there are some on LinkedIn. If not, you can just wait for a little bit. But it's something to do with HR recruiting and kind of changing the style, giving like a little bit of a modern twist to it, let's say. But basically, I was going to pursue that for this whole summer, find a part-time job, get some work experience, just smash out some part-time jobs, continue coding this website and developing this startup essentially, and then go into September nice and fresh for the master's applications and things like that. And I was like, I'm gonna be nice and happy, have a holiday, and it's whatever. And then basically one of my friends from my previous school had posted on their LinkedIn for, oh, I got this internship. Like, they probably knew a while ago, but they were starting it, so they put it on their LinkedIn, and they were like, okay, yeah, I'm starting at this company doing this. And I was like, great, okay, congratulations, you know, the generic comment and whatever. And then after, I don't know what it was, but I clicked on the actual like company that they were working at, and then I went on jobs. This was on LinkedIn, by the way. Went on jobs, and it said that they were actively recruiting for an internship in wealth management. And I was like, you know what, I'm not expecting much. I've got like a few rejections, and I've been really close to getting offers, so whatever happens here, whatever, like, just might as well apply because I don't know what will happen. But basically, about, I think it was between 24 to 36 hours later, the recruiter, really nice, really lovely, if you're watching, Tiffany, thank you. Yeah, basically they reached out to me saying, you know, we want to have like a short talk with you just to see what's happening, and kind of get to know you more and let me know what's happening with the internship. And after that, we had a call. It was all great and everything, really nice and friendly. I was happy with the process. And then, yeah, I was basically enrolled on this internship somehow, like after 6 to 8 months of just suffering and crying for no reason. I like, it wasn't even like crying. I didn't even cry with internships. It was more of like anger and like frustration as to like why I couldn't get something. Like, I don't know why. Like, there was no feedback. Like, it was always like really generic. Like, for example,
you didn't show enough passion.
Don't know how they got that for a psychometric test, but you know, it is what it is. And I was done with searching for internships, and somehow this was like my last hope, and I literally didn't care, and they came back to me, and I'm somehow now enrolled on this internship and doing stuff remotely until I go back to Hong Kong, which is soon. So hopefully I'll be vlogging there, because that'll be the first time I'm traveling back by myself, or like flying to another country by myself, without my girlfriend, without parents, without like just literally solo traveling pretty much. So that'd be quite fun to vlog. But yeah, basically that's happened, and I just wanted to give you guys an update. And I just wanted to say that even now, even if you don't have an internship and you really want one, try and find an external internship. They're called externships. I think it's called, like, literally just type in externship jobs online, and they have like constant rolling bases. My friend actually told me about it. Shout out to Jake if you're watching this. If not, then my friend told me about this, and I also kind of like searched around on LinkedIn. But there's a lot of remote internships that are still kind of actively recruiting. So they're like 1 month or 2 month internships where you just kind of work on your own on your computer, and then I guess you just send the work to your employer, and then you work things from there. But even just an externship is really good work experience, because it's just nice to have on your CV. So it just shows recruiters that you did do something with your summer holiday, and you didn't just sit there and, I don't know, bum around and go on holiday and stuff. But you know, if you are still trying to find an internship, there are opportunities still out there. And even if it is last second, you might somehow pop into what I did. Like, I had no idea that I would be flying to Hong Kong this summer. Like, yes, it's not the greatest thing that could happen. Yes, I'll be away from my parents and girlfriend and other friends and relatives. But, you know, I'm originally from Hong Kong. I have family in Hong Kong. It's not the end of the world. It's going to be an amazing opportunity to travel by myself. Like, I'm going to have new experiences. I've got work experience, and I get to just travel around Hong Kong for until September pretty much. So it's not the end of the world. There is always jobs available out there. And if you really do want to find that internship, then honestly, go for it and keep searching. And yeah, I believe in you. Everyone believes in you. You're getting your support from your lecturers, family, friends, everyone. Everyone wants that internship just for the experience on the CV. And even now, you shouldn't feel disheartened, if you know what I mean. But anyways, yeah, I'm going on. So I'll move on to my exam results and just reviewing my second year. Okay, so for my second year results, I will get up my LinkedIn because I've actually already forgotten all my grades. But yeah, basically, if you guys didn't know, I'm a second year economics and finance student at the University of East Anglia, and I've currently just completed my second year. So basically, this is the first year that's actually accounting for my final grade at graduation, which is why I would say it's quite a big milestone. Personally, for me, I think it's a really big milestone. And anyone who's just completed a year at university, congratulations for finishing this XY year that you've just finished. But yeah, let me go on to the grades. So I've got my LinkedIn up on my phone just to see what I got, because I've already forgotten. Okay, so I can say that in micro, I got 86 overall. In macro, I got 76.1, a little bit disappointing, but we'll take the first class and I'll get onto that later. Mathematical economics, 70%, econometrics 1, 71%, econometrics 2, 79%, and corporate finance, 83%. So, if you haven't watched my previous video, I mentioned my microeconomics grade, my maths grade, and my econometrics 1 grade. And then the other 3 I hadn't mentioned because those were my second semester modules, and they were still being reviewed and marked, obviously, so I didn't have to grade. However, now I do. So, in macroeconomics 2, in the final exam, I got 71%. I was really confused because I thought there were 2 questions that I did that I answered, and I thought the first one would be really strong and get me all the marks, and the second one would kind of drag my grade down. Turns out it was the other way. My first mark kind of bombed, I got 33 out of 50. I bombed the first one because I didn't do enough depth, which is a little bit annoying on my side, but then again, with the time constraint, I did try my best. And then the second one, I was panicking. I had no idea. If you heard from my review video, I was trying to change like what question I did like every 10 minutes. So I thought I was going to do really bad on that. Ended up getting about 38 out of 50. So obviously if you add those 2 together, you get 71. And then for econometrics 2, I got 80% in the final coursework. Wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more, if I'm being honest, just because I thought I'd added enough depth this time round. I literally used up every single word that you could use. I went over the word limit plus 10%. So I was like, I can't really add any more, and it's a little bit annoying that I got 80 because I couldn't have physically crammed in any more into that essay, which is why I'm a little bit annoyed, because I was kind of expecting 85 to 89%. But I'll take an 80% because then it ended up being 79% overall. And then for corporate finance, I ended up again with 80%, a little bit frustrating. Apparently my main issue was with the econometric interpretations. We hadn't actually done any econometrics in that module or been told how to interpret any of the econometric models within that module. So a little bit frustrating, but again, it's 80%, so I will take it. I was expecting between 85 to 87, so I'll take that as an essay. But overall, yeah, I'm relatively happy. Coincidentally, I actually ended up with 78% weighted average overall. So that's exactly what I got in my first year. So 78 in my first year and 78 in my second year. So maybe 78 in third year, and maybe I'll end up with 78 overall. But we'll see what happens in my final year. But yeah, that was the wrap up for my second year module final grades. And then just one last announcement, I guess, mainly for my future self, but at this moment of time for my final year, the current modules that I've selected, or electives that I've selected, are economics of financial markets, so that's compulsory for all economics and finance students at my university. Economics of industrial organization, that will be really fun. It's about market structures and kind of how they interact with each other. I've also chosen econometrics 3. You know, I just like data analysis, econometrics, statistics, that type of thing. I want to pursue, or it's potentially one of my pursuing career paths, so obviously I've got to take econometrics. Macroeconomics 3 as well. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do that. It kind of just depends on what happens throughout the year, because it's a second semester module. So if I'm feeling up for the challenge, I will carry on forth with it. Otherwise, I don't know what else I'll choose, to be honest. I've also chosen behavioral finance. That's a new module, so that'll be very interesting. Behavioral economics is quite interesting. I couldn't take it this time around because obviously I want to apply for MSc Finance, and I wanted just to have a little bit more data analysis kind of evidence, so that's why I chose econometrics 2. So doing behavioral finance might be really fun for me. And then we've also got alternative investments. I've heard such positive feedback from this module, so hopefully it'll be really fun. So yeah, those are the 6 modules that I'm choosing for final year. If you're going to second or final year, let me know in the comments what you've chosen, because obviously if you're in first year, you don't really get to choose, so that's why I'm asking any second and final years. But anyways, that was all I had to say, and yeah, stay tuned for the upcoming videos, because I'm pretty sure that they'll be fun, because I'm bringing this around. It's so light, honestly. It's really weird to use. Like, it doesn't track my face. It's a gimbal, so like it just like it stays in the same place, which is really weird. But anyways, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure to share it with your friends, like and subscribe, and I'll see you maybe in Hong Kong. Bye.